We all experience it at one point or another. I think it's an anomaly we're all inevitably about to experience it together in separate ways in about 6 months. It's universal, but everyone seems to have a different perspective of it. Ugly, or life-changing, or cruel, or beautiful. I think it depends how you look at it. Because if you can define how it looks to you, then you can try to understand the uncontrollable.
Change for me is evolution, whether that be for the better or for the worse.
I think change means growth.
I don't think change is necessarily like changing, but rather like everything that's ever happened to you, like culminating into a final product.
In any way you choose to, 3D, simple, abstract, whatever you want. I'm gonna ask you to create how change feels to you.
Okay. Most people in my senior year of high school, a lot of people are like nervous about what's going to happen next.
Going into senior year, my brain just kind of went into a like shock. You're not going to be in the same space you are soon. Things were going to change soon. That idea of it just like completely overwhelmed me.
As a senior in high school, I'm doing very good dealing with life-changing things that are about to happen to everyone.
Change has been hard, but I feel like it's also been really good.
Because everybody's a creature of habit. We like things that are familiar, so any change, whether that be in routine, possibility of change can make someone uncomfortable. I don't do well with beginnings, but once I'm done with that adjustment period, I'm a better person because of it.
Just knowing that I will have a completely different life in about a year is a crazy thought.
Nervous isn't the word. It's a mixture of like nervous and excitement, more leaning towards excitement.
If somebody asks me like, what will you be in a year? I'm like, oh, college.
I don't know what's gonna happen. I know like on paper what it's gonna be like, but I don't know how it's actually gonna play out.
In the moment of change, you don't really like, at least for me, I don't understand like how big of an impact like this change is gonna have. I really understand how that change has affected me after. Most things are not permanent, and if you don't like what you have and you have the opportunity to change it, then you should.
Change accounts for something positive. Even if that change is bad, we are changing very, very rapidly right now. Like very, very rapidly. Like this is the time for change. Whether you want it to or not, you're going to change.
If you told freshman year me where I am right now, I probably wouldn't believe you. Really, everything in my life has been defined by change. I'm still me. I've just adapted to everything that's ever happened to me. 2 years ago, I was living in a big house with a family of 5, and now I'm living in an apartment with a family of 2. Right now it sucks, just everything's different, but it'll start to feel normal with time, and when it starts to feel normal, I'll have changed a little, I'll have adapted a little more.
Can you explain your creation to me, please?
My creation, I started off drawing these pretty interesting, to say the least, looking trees, and I kind of didn't like it at all. So I was like, oh, let me change this for the better and just make it like my own and put like something super colorful and fun underneath it. There's a song from Steve Lacy. The quote in the song is, "Why would one stay the same?" I feel like that quote really represented my piece.
On the right side, this is like the outcome. This is the post-change. This is the newer version of yourself. And it's a lyric by Phoebe Bridgers. Like, I will move on. I know that I will heal from this. Change is gonna hurt, but I know it's for the better. So this is all the hurt and the pain and the suffering. Also with college, like, it's gonna hurt. Right now it hurts that we're gonna approach this change. It's wrinkled and scissored, but then it eventually smooths out and you know it's for the better.
I feel like it's really simple to like look at, but I guess what it means is like what I was saying about what change is. At the edges, there's blue and yellow and that's it, but as you move toward, there's just more colors. Then in the middle, it's just black. It's a culmination of everything that's happened. Because black isn't a color, but rather the presence of all of them. And I feel like that combination is what change is. Because I've kind of had to think of it that way. Everything that happens to you will just become you. You'll still be yourself, just with a little added twist.
I feel like to an extent I knew how I felt about change before I did this, but I feel like this piece has kind of enforced that not everything's permanent. I could just become more relaxed with life. Nothing's ever that serious.